On the door. Thank you. All right, guys, injuries. Armstead had a foot, didn't return. Dwelly had an ankle, didn't return. Go ahead.
What kind of changed for you after that first quarter? They obviously had a quick start defensively, but then you guys in the second quarter just took it over.
I think we had a 5-yard loss on first down, which gets you in the second 15. I think we had a false start. So we just some pretty bad decisions and mistakes on first and second down. And after those two were over, the coolest part was they were moving the ball, doing a lot. We only had 6 plays and didn't do well with any of them. And when it was all said and done, it was only 6-0. So we were able to weather the storm and get our rhythm back.
Kind of on the red zone defense, those first 2 drives, how big was that just to keep the offense? You didn't have to get away from anything, I'm sure, offensively, because it was 6-0 instead of 14.
That was huge. I mean, just for us to not really feel like we were getting going with some of the mistakes that we made, and to watch them get going with some of the explosives they made and just moving the ball pretty well. But it was huge to hold up to 2 field goals. And despite all that, the third possession we got the ball. They scored twice, but we were only down 6, and we just got one drive together and got the lead back. So it was a huge deal and a very good feeling.
How do you evaluate Brock's performance? It looked like those first 2 possessions, he might have been putting a lot on himself or a little.
I mean, I thought the first play just, it's hard when someone gets tipped. I'll see the play, and the penalty wasn't him, the loss of run wasn't, but we had some tough third downs there. I know he had a chance on Christian, but I think he had to get rid of it a little bit too early, so that ball sailed on that 3rd and 9, I think it was, or 3rd and 11. But when our whole offense, everybody settled down, which included Brock too, myself, and I thought he played a hell of a game.
Debo is always good and always passionate, but do you feel like you might have a little something extra today?
I think he's had that for a few weeks now. I mean, Debo was banged up for a little bit, missed some games. He's been getting back into his rhythm, and he's been really close here for a couple weeks now, and he got the ball in some good situations. And when he does, when I say good situations, I mean to get like 6 to 8 yards, and he turns it into what you guys see. So he's as good as there is when that ball's in his hands, and people don't like to tackle him.
Scott, what did you see incident on their sideline that led to the Dre Greenlaw ejection, and did you object at all to the fact that it was a non-player, non-coach involved from their end?
Oh yeah, that's why I tried my hardest not to lose my mind. Hopefully I didn't embarrass myself too bad. But yeah, once I didn't get to see it all from where I'm at, but when I start hearing people explain it to me and stuff, and I just can't believe someone not involved in a football game can taunt our players like that and put their hands in our guy's face. And from what I was told, Dre did it back to him, and I was told that he kind of mashed him in the face a little bit, so he got ejected. But it was a very frustrating play. I got to watch it to have a true opinion on it, but I loved how we rallied after it.
Did Sirianni say something to you on the way out there? Was that what he's talking to you about there?
Yeah, he was awesome. He wasn't a fan of what happened on the play either, and he handled it with total class, and it was real cool.
This could have been a very emotional game for Brock, given what happened in January. He seemed very even-keeled in the run-up to the game. How was he today, and how did he play after that in the first quarter?
Yeah, I don't think the emotions were there like you would think. I mean, I think if we would have opened up in week 1 here, I think that would have been a real big deal. But just, I think, going through this season, and he's played a lot of football, and his arms felt great. So I think coming back here, the emotions are more about going against such a good team and playing in such a hard place to play. But I don't think there was, you can ask him when he gets in here, but I don't think it was real consumed with the injury that he got.
The offensive line, Kyle, what did you see out of that?
I mean, they were able to stick with the run and get it going there in the second half, especially. I mean, that's as big of a challenge, that group. I mean, they got some really good players rushing. I was hoping Fletcher wasn't going to play today, but he surprised us a little bit there in pregame, finding out he went. So they had a huge challenge today, and I'll feel it better on the plane. But when you run the ball like that and you're able to throw the ball, I know they must have had a hell of a game.
Kyle, their defensive line was dominant your first 2 possessions. What happened? How did you guys respond so effectively for really the rest of the game?
Well, there wasn't much. There's plays, and sometimes when a guy gets a tip, a play doesn't work. Sometimes when we don't throw a bubble and hand it off and a backer's unblocked, on a mistake on targeting, you get a loss of 5, and And then when we get in 3rd and long, we can't hold on for that because their D-line ended up getting to Brock and he couldn't wait for it. So there wasn't anything big difference. It was just our defense keeping us in the game and allowing us to just be patient and continue to do what we planned and play good football. And we didn't do that for 2 drives, but we like to say if we're in the game, it's a matter of time, and we got to go in there on the 3rd drive.
What about your defensive line? So you guys would emphasize you guys staying in rush lanes and moving. What kind of discipline does it take to be able to do that for 4 quarters and also still stop the run?
Oh, a ton. I mean, it goes against everything in those guys' DNA and their coach's DNA. Everything. Those guys want to tee off and go rush the quarterback every play, but and they did at times. But you got to know who you're playing and the style of how that team beats people. And I thought our guys were very disciplined today, as disciplined as we have been that I can remember going against a mobile quarterback. And he still made a ton of plays like we knew he would. But our guys just kept rallying, and I know they covered a lot of ground out there. I was glad we got some extra guys up to rotate. And again, I watched on the plane, but I was really proud of those guys.
I've never done it in the past, but having Devo out there returning kickoffs to open the game, was that something, was that a conversation throughout the week?
Not really. It's really cool when Schneider and Debo talked about it, and we had a good feeling just how the week went that Ray wasn't going to be able to make it. And once we found that out, and Schneider and Debo have been talking about it all week, which when a player's talking about it and you don't have to go ask them, then that's usually the way I want it. So I was very happy that he wanted to do it.
You guys scored on 6 consecutive possessions there. Is that the best case scenario you envisioned last year coming in here?
Yeah, I don't envision anything going in. So, but you just envision playing as hard as you can, and you hope you play what you're capable of, and usually you hope that's enough. So there wasn't much to last year with this. I mean, we were just excited to come out here and play a really good team and play well and get a win.
Given the dynamic of everything that surrounded this game last year, the talk leading up to this game, the fact that you guys are kind of fighting for the #1 overall seed, and the fact that you guys went down 6-0 on 2 good drives, what did it show you about your team that you were able to not only withstand that but dominate after?
I mean, I just loved how excited and ready our team was for this game. And when you are that amped up and ready to go, and for, I mean, all the games are the same, but we understand how good that team is. We understand their record, and so that makes it always a little bit bigger. And our guys are really excited for the challenge. And when you come out with that much energy and that ready to go, and things don't go well for a quarter, that was the thing I was most proud of. Our guys were able to weather the storm. I know it seems like there's panic, but you never felt it when they came to the sidelines. And usually when you carry yourself that way, if you can just stick in it, usually good things happen after, and they did.
I think a couple weeks ago you were asked if you guys were playing as good as you can play. You said no. Do you feel like you're at least getting close to that right now?
I think we're going the right direction. I think we've gotten, I think after our skid, I think we've taken a step each week and gotten a little bit better. I thought we were a little bit better today than we were last week, and by no means do I think we're doing our best. I mean, there was a lot of things in that game that didn't go right, but I thought our intent was good. Obviously, our talent's good, and we just got to make sure we keep improving.
Do you know roughly when Armstead went out, and it seemed like the second snap he was looking around? I mean, he obviously had to gut it out today.
Yeah, he had to gut it out. I think he went out in the second half. He was in and out throughout the game, but I wasn't told he was officially out and done. I want to say early in the 4th quarter.
Kyle, Brock's play speaks to itself in some ways, but how do you think he handled the emotions of coming back here, and what does it mean for him to have a performance like that coming back to where he's ACL?
I just think Brock did what he does always every week. He plays the game. He tries to play it the right way. One of the best things he did when we were down, he didn't try to make too much stuff up and try to overcompensate when you're down. He just kept with the plan and kept doing his job and did a hell of a job with it.
To clarify, Armstead, are you concerned this could be something that's lingers for a while? Or?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure.
You guys good?
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah.